Talofa, Vinny here from The Mortgage Hub. So what's it like working with us here at The Mortgage Hub? So let me take you through the process of buying a house, but we'll go right back to the beginning of someone even just reaching out to us here at The Mortgage Hub. So it could be through our website, a family or friend referral. So they basically come through to us. We'd reach out to them, sit down, have a chat with them on the phone or in person here at the offices. And basically what we're trying to get in front of the client is just to make sure that they're happy with us and they're very comfortable with us. So we catch up, discuss options. What are your goals? What's the family goals? Where do you see yourselves? And then off the back of that, what we do is we'll send you through email with the information that we need to send to the bank. So the next step is collecting all the information. So normally, it's a general thing. So the banks like to know how you've been spending your money and stuff. So it's normally the last 3 months statements. We need things like your pay slip. Also any debts is a big one. So if you've got car loans, if you've got the Q card, Afterpay, any of those, we need to get verification, and that's normally by way of statement. Once we get all of your information together, your financial information, what we do is we then sit down and sort of see where you sit in terms of the deposit that you have, which is either through family, through savings, or again, as you know, through KiwiSaver being the main provider. And off the back of that, once we get that sort of full picture of your financial position, we then catch up for another meeting and say, hey, look, before we submit to the bank, this is where we see you sitting. So, we look at the test rates of the banks, we see where you fit in terms of what's the best bang for buck, whether it's your main bank or do we go elsewhere. So we give you those options up front. We hold your hand and talk you through those. So off the back of that, once we get all the information, we run the numbers. Once you're happy with that, we'll then send it through to the bank. That can take up to 5 days or sometimes even up to 9 working days for the banks to come back. They may come back with a question. They may say, hey, we've noticed that you've got a credit card at another bank and it might have slipped your mind. To be honest, that does tend to happen, and that's only because some people might have a $500 credit card, but they don't use it. So they think, oh, well, I'm not using it. It's not really a loan. But the banks always want to know what it is, because you could go tomorrow and actually use the credit card facility. So once we get all that information up to date and we send it through to the bank, normally off the back of that, they'll send us through a conditional approval. So a conditional approval lasts for 3 months. And we've got a time frame of finding a house for you within that 3-month period. If that does not happen, then what we can do is we basically send an email to confirm that nothing's changed financially for you, and then we can get another 3-month extension. So basically, what are the next steps? You've got a conditional approval. We sit down with you and take you through what the conditions are. So the conditions could be, if you've got less than 20% deposit, could be a registered valuation. It could be, paying off a credit card and getting a statement to confirm that that has been repaid. So there are a number of different conditions, but it is specific to your financial position.